Well, it's a little after 5 or close to 5:30, and time to call it quits, but we've reached, as my father would call, a plateau. So we've been working on this adjustment pin that to keep it captive in the device so it doesn't come out, you don't lose it, and you don't have a chain for it to dangle on. So several videos of guys indexing things on their lathe. I've decided to adapt several things that I saw on the internet. So the first thing I did was made this little plug, and it has a 3/16, I should say a 3/8/16 thread on this end. I've got this spacer, and I may do some adjusting with that, but that goes into this end of the fork. I'm calling it the fork. Anyway, so that tightens up in there, and that spacer is to keep the tapped end from touching this. I may need to do some adjusting on that, but you can see the unit moves freely. Now, what we have is this is our adjustment pin. It's a 1/4 inch long, and I created the shoulder by just putting this 1024 threaded rod through it. So this is the way it works. Goes through. It's hard to do even with this. I should put it up to 90 degrees. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Again, with one hand, it's hard to get it, but anyway, so you can start by threading it through that side, and it goes all the way through. Now, this thing has a hole from this side it's a 1/4 inch in diameter. So when you pull this through, and it stops somewhere around here, so that's how I create my shoulder. So that way I can pull it all the way through, and again, you can see now it works. So you can move it back and forth until you get to the hole you want. And when you find that hole, again, it's very clumsy with one hand, but then you can push it in. Now the next thing to do is create a second piece like this that is threaded onto this rod, and I'll adjust the length of this and the thickness of whatever I use. Probably, something like this. This will match it up. So this rod will get threaded into another piece like that. So when you pull on this part, that comes out, but it won't come out of this housing. So we've got the technique down, and now it's refining the dimensions. How far do I want it to come out? It has to be at least this long. But again, that's really no different than this original pin, which was going to be something like that. So you can see the form factor is still pretty close to the same. Sorry about the camera work. I don't have an assistant out here, but that's the way it's going to work, and I'm very happy with that. And hey, Dad, wherever you are, well, I know where you are. I've reached a good plateau.